I was out of college and I was playing in a band and wasn't really going anywhere, and we were in the studio recording an album forever, and like realizing that like the studio engineer who was using the software had like so much control over what it sounded like, and could never like understand what we wanted it to sound like. And it was just like and then the band broke up, and it was just like a turning point where it was like, I got no choice, I just got to do this for myself.
And you were telling me before we went live that you had downloaded Ableton well before. But never really got into it until after the band broke up and you want to continue pursuing music. Is that when electronic music came into your life then?
Yeah, around that time, It was, I was listening, like I said, to just like weirder beat music, experimental stuff. So it was a lot of sample-based stuff. And then shortly after using Ableton and just playing around with samples, realizing that like I got so much more enjoyment out of it since I played in bands and stuff. If I played the stuff, and I was also frustrated because I couldn't find the samples. Or the sample was already used. So like I just started learning how to play the keys and learning how to play the guitar and stuff.
Wow.
And that just like kind of kept the passion going when, you know, because I kind of got, you know, bored of like just mouse clicking, scrolling through samples and stuff. So
you seem like someone who kind of like enjoys the challenge, the chase of music, always trying to get better and better, right? I mean, if you think about what you said in the beginning, like
totally.
The drums was, or you know, it's a combative instrument, right? Like you're hitting instruments themselves to try and create sound. Like it's a little bit of a frustration at points, right?
Like having the feedback from a real instrument gives you energy that like my keyboard doesn't. But I mean, you can do so much more with the computer though, so you have to balance both. So, but I feel like it's been kind of a blessing and a curse, because I feel like I'm always starting at zero in something, because it's like I keep switching lanes, like, well, now I got to practice this or work on this to get this idea out, because I'm not there yet. But I think it's, in the end, I think it lends itself to just far out ideas, like stretching where I could go. Have more options.
Were you self-taught? I mean, how did you learn these things? YouTube University? Was there anybody you were working with?
YouTube.
YouTube.
I mean, I've taken a few like online lessons.
Out YouTube.
We
love YouTube. We've got a master's degree in YouTube University right here.
I know, you can do so much.
Any YouTube channels you want to shout out?
I can't think of any. There's so many that I've...
There's so many.
I just save them in my tabs. I used to just have like tabs and tabs.
I love that though. So you were learning different instruments, taking analog, putting it into digital. What was that like for you? Like, because you were clearly trying to experiment. And when did like Blookah actually become a thing? Was it during that time after the band breakup? You were just kind of experimenting with music. You say, I'm going to start this brand, or were you kind of just experimenting and then it eventually happened?
I think there was about probably like 6 months after the band broke up that I was like experimenting with stuff. And I wanted to start putting stuff up on SoundCloud just as a motivation to finish things. So that's when I came up with Blookah. And at that point, I mean, I didn't know anything about playing keys or anything, so it was really all just experimenting, and like knew nothing about mixing. Like, I mean, a lot of those tracks, they're not online anymore, but like it was just like finish something, be proud of it, put it up there, and it was very naive. Like there was no thought to like how it should be mastered or like any tricks that I know now.
Of course. I mean, sometimes you got to make mistakes to learn from them, right? For better or for worse.
Absolutely.
Do you remember the first track you put out?
What was it? I do.
What was it?
I forget what the name was.
Was it an original?
It was an original. Yeah.
Nice.
It was just I think it was like a really like a vibey kind of psychedelic trap beat. Kind of Shlomo, Flying Lotus vibes.
Yeah. So when you started putting out music, who were you really inspired by at that point then? Same stuff you're talking about?
Yeah, the stuff I'm talking about. I think what was huge for me when I first started was like Flying Lotus and like the West Coast beat scene. Then like found out about like Selection and those guys, and then like Snake Hips,
of course,
Pomo, K Tronada, FKJ,
yes,
or he was French Kiwi Juice then,
and
like Flume, of course, and
of course,
all those artists were like just like popping off, and it was so inspiring, and like it lit a fire under me because like I mean Flume was like a kid there, and I'm like in my mid-20s, and I was like, oh, I gotta get on my shit, like this, so like people are doing like crazy things out here, and I want to be a part of it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. A little bit of inspiration and fire into your belly goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It pushes you over the point to start finally releasing music.
Yeah.
I mean, you are absolutely crushing it now, man. If we look at where you're at now, talking about the story from day one to this moment in time, you got 60,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. You've released so many incredible collaborations, original music. Like I said before, I'm a huge fan of the sound, man. Hey, what's up? And thanks for watching that video. You looking for more content now? I got your back. Go to my YouTube channel right now, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn on all notifications so you never miss any upcoming exclusive artist interviews, Sherm in the Booth clips, new music, live sets, and more. This is your one-stop shop for everything electronic music. Cheers.